Hi everyone, you're watching Sonia and, well, this is Sonia and you're watching Pouring with Sonia. And I just tried a swipe and miserably failed. So I scraped it. I tried using this bigger swiping tool. It was wider and longer than this smaller one that I have, which I haven't even cleaned yet. But I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. It just didn't go well. So we're going to try again. I scraped it. What I'm trying to do is come up with, so before I did some paintings with these browns in them, browns and blues. And it's all right. I mean, just not Shilly style, just flip cup. Maybe and then I tried another one where I took out the sepia and just used the dark brown and tan, and then more like this color blue with a darker blue. And it was all right. So now I think I'm going to try it with some teals. So I don't have the really dark teal or the really, really light blue, but I have got kind of these three shades of teal. And instead of this, I did a copper, and then I've got the dark brown. So we're going to try that and see how it goes. And yeah, I had explained everything in the other one, but I don't know. I'll give you but it's really all over the place, the colors. I used a unicorn spit for the light blue. I used some golden flow acrylics for the copper and the turquoise. And then, here we go. For the I got some interference color here. I just used some interference blue and interference blue-green, Pearl-X, and golden fluid acrylics. For this really dark turquoise, it's called Turquoise Deep by Liquitex. And for this dark brown, I mixed up just some raw umber with some black. Student grade paints there. So I'm all over the place in what my paints are. My pillow is just Color to Go by Sherwin-Williams. You actually have to go to the Sherwin-Williams store to get that. Yeah, so, and then my CA for this is 3 parts Aussie Floetrol to 1 part Amsterdam Titanium White. Also tried a different CA with my last one, and it just was not good at all. So let's just try again. I don't want to end on a complete failure. I was originally going to try 2 different methods. Well, 2 different, lay down my paint differently 2 different times, and have you see the difference in how you lay down your paints. But like I said, it was just horrible, guys. So I'm like, I'm not going to keep that. And so I'll swipe it while the swiping's good, while it's nice and easy, or scrape it while it's nice and easy to scrape. I'm just kind of wetting this area out here a little so it doesn't just get stuck. And do you want to have this all the way out to the sides? Just put a little bit more in there in the middle. I'll just use my hand. Geez, my hands are already a mess. Okay. But it will wipe them off. Okay, looks like I'm a little bit thinner here, so just move this pillow around a little. Okay. And now I think what I'm going to do I'm not going to use my sticks to apply it. I'm just going to kind of go with this dark brown. Uh-oh. Okay. And I think I'll lay some turquoise on each side of it. The experiment I was going to show you was the difference between just pouring one big puddle down the middle or kind of making stripes out of it. And so the one big puddle didn't really work, so I'm going to kind of pour some stripes. So the colors are kind of a little bit intermatched, blended to begin with. A little bit of interference. I like interference on dark colors, so I'm going to put a little bit by this dark turquoise. Okay. I don't know if that'll be enough interference to really do anything or not, but okay. And now this turquoise. And then when I'm all done, hopefully this one turns out, I'll show you why I was going to do the two experiments, because I have two completed paintings that are dried. It got very different results between me pouring one big, the brown, the blue, not spreading it out at all, versus spreading it out into stripes. I got very different results. So that's what I was going to experiment with you guys with. I'm going to put the copper out here. I'm just kind of broadening my paint, basically. A little bit down here. And the one that I think I got the most interest on is the one I didn't record before, with when I laid it out like this. I mean, a little differently. I didn't intermix some of the paints, but I don't think I have enough paint mixed up to really do bold stripes of colors on each side. So we're just kind of all right. Let's see what we get with that hodgepodge of colors. I like the colors. I just hope I can get a better result this time. All right. So now I'll put some paper towels here for me to swipe or wipe my swiping tool onto. And I'm going to pour my cell activator into this tray. And I'm going to use my smaller tool. And we'll see if I get a better result. I hope so. I'm going to start in the middle here. And swipe towards me. Got a little bit of a gap there. So I'm not sure. Hopefully when I tilt, that'll just cover that up. This is a 10 by 20. lifting up here, the edge, guys. That's not good. Got to keep even pressure all the way to the end. Keep my even pressure. Oh my goodness gracious. I am not. I'm already messing up again. Okay. I think I'm just shaking. Okay. All the way to the end. Nice and slow. A little better, but I must have lifted this end. I mean, just like with the bloom, if you get a good bloom initially, it's going to tilt really well. And here, it's all about the swipe, right? If you get a good swipe initially, it's going to tilt well. So, let's see. One more over here, and then I'll switch it around. I never seem to have luck getting it over there very well. So let's try one more time. Add a little more color down there to pull off to the edge. Okay. And let's just put this back. Oh my goodness. I'm going to fold these paper towels over so I have some more dry area to wipe my tool with. And let's grab this and bring it. Oh, I got a long way to go here. So nice and slow. See if I can't get it all the way down. I got a big chunk of white there. Not sure why. Let's grab this. Pull this paint nice and slow all the way down. Oops. Okay. Okay. What do you think about these colors together, though? Pretty. Pull this down here. On that last one, the paint started going over the top of my swiping tool, so I must have pressed down way too hard. So I left that one up a little. Okay. I got some real blank space in the middle there. That's better. Geez, more like that, please. I think is what I want. But we'll see what I get. Just trying not to rush. Add a little more CA here so I'm not futzing so much trying to get it. Just have about 3 more swipes to go. The middle looks pretty jumbly juped. I'm not sure about that middle though. That's not looking good. Not looking good at all. I wonder if I just didn't start far enough up, because that one seems to be better. I think that's the problem I had there. I was starting it down here instead of like right up in it. I'm going to get right up in it. I did the same thing I did there. You'd think I'd learn. But no, of course not. Okay, well, the middle doesn't look very good. I'm not sure what I should do about that. Well, for right now, I'm just going to leave it. Okay, I'm just going to kind of clean up a little while I'm waiting for this to get a little bit ready to tilt. Today has not been, you win some, you lose some, right? That middle's really going to be heavy, and it's going to distort, I think, everything. So we'll see. Let's just start by tilting and see what happens. And I'm going to have to go over here a little, so. Ugh. Come on, baby. Now while I have the weight of the paint down on this end, let's try and see if we can't get that corner too. Oh, this is so disappointing. I'm going to run right into the light, aren't I? I feel like I just, even though I love all of those cells over there, I feel like I just need to tilt that all the way off, because it just ruined everything. That middle, how I messed it up. So let's move back to this side a little bit. Bring the weight back to the middle. And just tilt. And then I'm going to really run out of paint. And I'm going to really be stuck. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. 2 fails. Nice colors, though. I'm going to have to try it again, guys. I'm going to have to mix up some more. I definitely like that smaller swiping tool better. I've almost got that little section off. Good grief. What a mess. All right. I don't think I can do anything about that over there. Let's just see if it can stretch out enough to salvage something out of this. Poor little painting. The painting that could. Would you? Would you, my little painting? My copper's all gone. So I'll have to put some more of that. Come on, baby. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Like you know you like to do. Because I tilted it all off the other side. From the middle out, I ended up tilting all that off. And I had some of my prettiest cells up there, but I just couldn't keep that middle. So I have to really go in close to where the other, and grab where my cells start almost. I was afraid of stretching them out, but I left a bunch of paint in the middle. And then that just didn't work well at all. I created a big fat mess. Come on. You almost have enough, but maybe not quite enough for this over here. For it everywhere, really. We'll just be patient and see what I can do. See what it does. No, it's really moving slow, but if it would just finish moving, it could still look kind of cool. Well, it's not moving down here anymore at all. I'm just going to wait and see if you'll finish being nice to me. It'd be a shame for you to be mean to me now. You can be nice to me, right? You can do it. That one corner is absolutely not going to get any paint on it, though. There's nothing there, and that's a shame. Come on. You can do it. Almost. All right. I'm going to have to probably stop there. There's one little area. So I'm going to try for this part right here. I'm just going to try and nudge it over a little bit. There's not much to nudge. Nudge, nudge, nudge. That corner. If you would, please. If you could, please. And I'm stretching it so much I got a little bit of flocculation in some of those cells I see, so that's never good. Never the desired result. This was another big fail for me. Still kind of pretty though. Might not be what I wanted, but it's still kind of pretty. The only thing is I've got this corner here that's absolutely got nothing pretty happening in it. This whole area here, this here, and I don't think there's anything I can do to help that. I don't think that me just sitting here like this will fix it without ruining the rest of it. Because I can already see it's moving a little, but it's going to mess everything else up. So I better stop and just be content with 3 out of 4 corners being fairly decent. All right. It's still kind of neat. So I've definitely got some problem areas and it's not ideal, but I will bring you down to look at it because I think that my patience, even though, sorry, it's not what I wanted, I still ended up with something kind of nice. So I've got a lot of problem areas. Obviously, I had to stretch that whole middle area all the way off. So then this area right here used to be the middle that I swiped down, and I had to really stretch this whole thing. I could have just swiped from the top down. But with that to overcome, I still have some pretty cool. They're super stretched, and I got some kind of white here, which I don't really mind. But I still have some pretty neat cells in here. My copper and interference didn't really come through. There's that one corner I just kind of stretched it over, and I get a little bit of interference coming through, but not a lot. A little bit of copper here, not a lot. So a little bit of copper up in here. That's the problem corner, but I don't think I can do anything about that. It's not the end of the world. So here she is. One more time. A 10 by 20 experiment where I just kind of laid the colors out beside one another instead of on top of one another. And the reason I did that, if you want to come over here with me. So here's one I did where I have 4 paintings here. They are all the exact same jewel tone colors. And these 2 are swipes. This one, I put all of the colors in a puddle, a long rectangular puddle. So I did like purple on the bottom, and then my teal or orange. I don't know what order I did them in, but I just poured them on top of one another and swiped. And the purple matter just took over. It's still really cool. It kind of reminds me of like a stained glass window. But then for this one, completely different result. And what I did is I laid my purple matter down the middle. And then I laid the orange next to it. not on top of it. And then laid the purple next to the orange, not on top of it. And then the blue next to the purple, not on top of anything. So I had, you know, purple matter in the middle with orange, purple, and teal on each side of it. And then I dipped and swiped. So very different results. And I wanted to show you that same kind of experiment, because I never videotaped this one. I only videotaped this one. And of course, everybody liked this one more and was disappointed I didn't videotape it, but all I had was this one. And this was the first time I ever tried dipping my swiping tool in the CA and then pulling it over. So, and then I used those exact same colors, but did it in a bloom style where I got such harsh shadows there, where I poured it all in a puddle and then I blew it out with a hairdryer and then spun it out. And I did that with a Aussie Floetrol, and I did this one with a US Floetrol. Very different, I want to say, cell structure and lacing. Both are nice. But, you know, I've got some really different types. So that's all I was trying to experiment here and show you what it would be like. And I didn't even, with this one, I didn't even lay it in stripes, because I don't think I had enough mixed up after my first one. So I kind of ended up mixing it all together on top of one another. And I like the color variation of that, though. But that's what I was going to try and show you today, was the two different ones. But my first one was just horrible. And this one's just adequate. So I hope you've learned something. I have. Because honestly, when I first started this one and I saw how that middle had distorted so badly, I thought, oh, there's no way that this one can look good at all. But you just stick with it till the end. It might not be what I wanted. See, I got a little bit of flocculation there because I stretched and stretched and stretched the heck out of it. But I still ended up with a decent painting, decent-ish, even though I thought it was going to be horrible. But just stick with it. Stick it out to the end. The first one, I couldn't save and I scraped. But this one, I'm like, well, I'm sticking it out again. And I'm glad I did, because I think it's okay. What do you guys think? I didn't get to show you all of the experiments, but I like these colors together. Do you? And what do you think? Give this video a thumbs up and like my channel or subscribe to my channel, please. And we will just keep experimenting and learning together. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have fun painting. Bye.